I'm gonna start it's recording. Um, so, like, how old were you when you went into the Navy?
17.
Okay. What was?
Well, I was damn near 18, but I had to get my mother's permission and the signature
Yeah.
to get in.
What was your rank when you retired?
Second class petty officer.
Okay. How long were you in World War II?
Almost 5 years, all but a month or two.
Okay.
I think I was so glad to get out. I didn't pay too much attention.
Yeah.
I know we got snowed in Buffalo when I was getting discharged. And when we get in there, someone stole my P code, and I had to go buy a coat. It was the middle of winter.
Yeah.
And the other guys, there was 5 of us together, and we had to rent a car to get from Sampson, New York. That's where we got discharged, to get to Buffalo to get a train to Pittsburgh. How do you like that ride?
Yeah.
And we had to stay there 3 days in Buffalo before we got any transportation out of there.
Mhm.
Everything was shut off.
Yeah. What was the name of the ship that you were stationed on?
Well, a little over 4 years on the USS San Francisco, and then they got a bunch of us petty. The war was almost over then. And they got a bunch of us petty officers together, shipped us to Sampson, New York. Not the Sampson, hell, that's where I got discharged. Buffalo. Battle. Where they build ships? Shipyard.
Hmm.
And got a new cruiser out of there, the Oklahoma City. And I spent the rest of the time in there. When I was on the Oklahoma City, I got transferred off of it to go get discharged.
Mm-hmm.
We were anchored right beside the battleship Missouri when they signed the surrender. That was something else.
You when you were on the ship and they signed the surrender, just tell me more, like, what it was like.
Well, it wasn't nothing for us because it wasn't our ship. We were just anchored beside it.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in the Tokyo Harbor after the surrender. Parker behind the Missouri. And that was it. The admirals and all the big shots were on the Missouri. All the Japanese generals and our men, our officers were on it to sign it.
I had. So tell me, like, what kind of ship was the USS San Francisco?
It was a heavy cruiser, had 8-inch guns. A light cruiser that I got out of Philadelphia. The Oklahoma City was a light cruiser, had 6-inch guns. but it had more of them.
Mm-hmm.
It had the 4 turrets, like the big guns, and the San Francisco only had 3. 2 on the front end of the ship, and 1 on the rear.
Mm-hmm.
All we used it for was to bombard the islands up there. We're going to land the troops on, the Marines and the Army.
Mm-hmm.
And we landed a lot of them in 5 years.
Going into the war, only being 17, were you scared?
No, or I wouldn't have went in. I wasn't scared. I had no idea what I was getting into. But once you're in there, you're in. You know where to get out. Not during the war.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for anybody that wants to go into the Navy?
Well, it's a great outfit, especially in peacetime when you don't. I'm not getting a chance of being killed. You know.
Yeah.
Lose your life. So you could have done that. We was in the middle of the South Pacific. We could have done that any minute. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
we even up in the Aleutians. I was up there for 6 months. And we landed the troops up there, and we got in such a bad storm. We had to go back to Pearl Harbor and get some more planes. The storm was so bad, it knifed up all our ships, our planes that we sent off in, what do you call them, catapults?
Mm-hmm.
And that's Harry.
Mm-hmm.
One of those submarines, they had a lot of submarines up in the Aleutians. Of course, they got a nice ride out of it. We didn't. We had 60, 70, 80 feet ways to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Destroyers and DEs went through them like submarines. They went in one side of them and would come out the other. No, the cruisers couldn't do that. We had to go over them.
Yeah.
And oh man, that was trouble. And we had to go back to Pearl Harbor and get everything replaced that was loose on deck, on the main deck.
Mm-hmm.
All our planes had to be replaced on boats, small boats
Mm-hmm.
that were on. Oh, it was something.
Yeah.
It was an experience for a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You better believe there were a lot of us young like that on all the ships. Or we never won the war, probably.
Yeah.
No way would we have won it.
All right. Well, thanks, Pep. It's been fun talking to you.
Well, is that all right? I mean,
Yeah.
Were you